Right now, the ABC13 weather team is tracking a few pop-up showers and also keeping an eye out for the potential of more significant development.
And Juneteenth celebrations are ramping up in Galveston. What's expected tonight to honor a day that helped define the history of Texas and the entire United States?
This afternoon, we're learning more about a crash that police say involved 9 people in one sedan. Tales investigators are now sharing, and
then something hard bit me, and then it tried to take me away.
A sweet 9-year-old little girl describes the moment she was bitten by a shark while snorkeling. More of her story and the effort to save her hand. All that and more as Eyewitness News at 4 starts right now.
ABC13 Eyewitness News starts now.
Today, many enjoying and celebrating the Juneteenth holiday, but we are certainly keeping one eye on the sky. We do have a chance of rain. Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Bruce.
And I'm Erica Simon in for Mayra. The worst of the showers have held off so far, but let's get you to Chief Forecaster David Tillman to talk about the rest of the timeline. I mean, we say so far, but I don't trust this lack of rain for too long, you know?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a widespread rainstorm or anything this evening, but we do expect to see an uptick in some of the thunder showers, especially north of Harris County as we go through the evening. Here's a Juneteenth forecast for Houston in particular. The highest rain chance is actually occurring right now at about 30%. That rain chance will begin to go down as we get farther into the evening, but for areas to the north of us, we do expect that rain chance to continue to increase as more of these thunder showers begin to develop. Most of the activity will be north of Harris County. We're seeing not much activity over downtown Houston, but you go just to the west of Lake Houston there on the northeast part of the belt. Not only is it raining, but there's some lightning with this activity as well. This is not a strong or severe storm, but it is tracking to the north in the general direction of Lake Houston, then eventually up towards the Kingwood area. If it keeps going, there's also a little shower that has just popped up over Bush Airport as well. You go out to the west, right where Harris and Waller counties come together, north of Katy, but south of Waller, we do have a couple of showers and even a little lightning with that activity. It's moving from the south to the north. We see a few more of those showers down in parts of Fort Bend County, but the rest of southeast Texas is pretty well dry, hot, and humid at this particular time. Future Track says that Houston is probably going to start to dry out by 6 p.m., but look at the big thunderstorms up in Montgomery County, Walker County, San Jacinto, Polk counties, maybe even northern Liberty County at that time, and those will continue to rumble for a couple of hours before they finally begin to fizzle by 10 p.m. First thing tomorrow morning, we're expecting dry conditions out there, but when we get into the afternoon, we're not expecting as much activity, so we've actually lowered the rain chance coming up for your Friday. We'll talk more about a drier weekend ahead and a higher rain chance for next week coming up later.
Today marks 160 years since the end of slavery in the United States. The last of the enslaved in Texas would find out they were finally free after Union soldiers arrived in Galveston to deliver the news.
In recent years, Juneteenth celebrations have spread across the country. The very first, though, right in Galveston at Reedy Chapel AME Church. ABC 13's Brandon Hamilton joining us live in Galveston. And Brandon, there is a big guest expected for the Juneteenth celebration tonight there.
Deputies say they found a child home alone with an open bottle of wine, what our Maya Shea found when she went to the house.
And a police chase ends with a deadly shooting. Now deputies say the suspect was a man court documents show is accused of assaulting his girlfriend. The reason investigators say they confronted the man before the chase began.
A 9-year-old girl is speaking out after surviving a shark attack. I'm Rena Roy, and I'll have more on her harrowing story coming up.
ABC 13 Eyewitness News starts now.
Investigators say they found a 4-year-old child home alone with an open bottle of wine, and now the mother is facing charges.
They say it happened in an apartment complex off Tidwell near Wheatley on the north side.
ABC 13's Maya Shea spoke to the accused mom today and has the latest from the neighborhood.
Again, Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
All right, a lot more news coming up next on Live at 5.
Let's get you to Eric and Gina to see what we're working on.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Well, up next here on Live at 5, we are going to Galveston on this 160th anniversary of Juneteenth.
Brandon Hamilton will explain the significance of a walk leading up to a church service that former President Joe Biden is expected to attend.
Daniela Hurtado is talking to the boyfriend of a young woman who went missing in Lake Houston. He's questioning what actually happened to her.
And
ABC's David Muir, the most watched newscast in America. More Americans watch ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir than any other newscast.